I created the most broken yet toxic team in Mario Strikers Battle League. And no, this isn't your standard passing and speed team. Check it out. Utilizing Rosalina's amazing shooting ability, DK and Bowser's ability to stand up and destroy any offensive line, and Waluigi's superb defensive abilities, this team is known as the Dream Team. And why does this team work, especially against speed and passing teams? Well, that's because of the most broken mechanic of the game, tackling. But before we go into why tackling is so broken, we gotta go into why this team's build is so amazing. On our team, Rosalina will be our striker, as she is very widely considered to be the best or one of the best strikers in the game. She is capable of scoring from half court or pretty much in any corner of the court as well, giving her high shooting ability and as well as technique that is not matched by any character except for Mario. She also has naturally a strong strength as well, giving her a perfect fit for this team. However, I know what you're thinking. Rosalinas are built like this all over online play and do really well still. There are still counters to this, being able to just tackle her, stop her from shooting, and pretty much just shut her down and making the rest of the team figure out a different way to play. Yet this is where the rest of the characters come in. DK and Bowser are really similar as they play on the wings. And when I mean really similar, I mean nearly the same stat spread. Well, this is because they run the cannon visor, muscle gauntlets, Bushido armor, and cannon boots, giving the stat spread to strength 23, shooting 20 for Bowser. And then for DK, this being kind of a weaker Bowser, having 22 strength with 16 shooting. Lastly, we do have Waluigi, and Waluigi is known to be the best defender in the game and can play a really good midfield as well. Since he is a defender, we're going to specialize in that strength and speed, having 20 strength and 21 speed. To go into further detail, he is meant to go chase balls and kind of be the last line of defense and destroy his opponents who come anywhere near him. Also is able to make a cheeky goal here and there. Now I want to break it down to what this team really does. As you can see, this team has a really high strength, which means they're not going to be pushed down easily. It also means when they're attacking, this means it's going to hurt and the opponent's going to stay down for a long time. Rosalina is the only character that doesn't have high strength, but she naturally does have a higher strength, which means she still isn't going to get pushed around too hard, but she really can't outpush characters who are around their same weight class as Bowser, DK, or even Waluigi. Because of this, she will not be doing the main damage of pushing people around. And when I mean pushing people around, I mean we're hitting people. As you can see, this team works as an aggressive defensive team. We're supposed to play aggro. You are swiping every single opponent out of the way, creating a 4v3, 4v2, or possibly even a 4v1 situation. Even with items, the team won't be destroyed unless it's a really well-placed item, but most times it will not work like that. I think what people are scared of most is really trying to attack people, because items are broken in this game, such as Star or Bomb, but this means if you take advantage of those items really quickly and be able to attack your opponents really quickly, you create more opportunities to get the field quickly and make a goal with either Rosa or the rest of the team. Now, to slow down play by play, we want to create an opening, and we're gonna do this by bullying the opponents. But we're not gonna bully just any person. We're gonna bully the biggest threat on their team, and that's the scorer. Whoever the striker is or whoever the main scorer is, we're gonna try and knock them out at all times, because teams that focus on passing or speed pass the ball to that striker and make it in by a goal. But the second we knock that person out, they are forced to either do one of three scenarios. Scenario A, they can shoot with that weaker opponent and try to make an attempt to make a goal. Most times that will not hit. Actually, almost all times that won't hit, which means it's a really good opportunity for us, which is what we want mostly. Option B, we want them to force them to use the item. We want to force them to use the item because this gives an opportunity for us to take advantage of them having less items and push our team up the field. If they force an item out and we still have another member on our team right there, we can create an opportunity to bully them and push it forward once again. That is the hardest option to happen because the items vary depending on whether it's bomb, star, shells, or even banana. And option C, which is also amazing, force them to reset their offense. The second they reset their offense, we're given an opportunity to try and knock out more opponents by knocking out maybe a big man or maybe a person who's also potentially be a shooter as well. The second we do that, you can create either another 3v4 situation or maybe a 2v4, or possibly worse for them, a steal. This team is hard to get a grasp against thanks to the fact that we are constantly bullying their main striker and not letting him get a goal. And the second we get that aggressive offense going, we're going to be even more toxic by using a stall strategy. This is where also big strength comes in. Having big strength, which means you are forced to use a charge tackle or forced to use your big man to come upwards and try to pass it around and try to catch us. Even having a 1-0 lead or a 2-0 lead is a huge advantage because they are forced to make a big play, and which means we are capable of pushing it forward to either pass to Bowser, Waluigi, Donkey Kong, Rosa, whoever it may be, because they are all capable of shooting and making a goal. Having a shooter on this team is a big thing, but having everyone who's capable of shooting is even more menacing. Being so close to the goal, it means almost a guaranteed moment for any of our strikers to make the goal. Now, if you do use this team, make sure you don't be scared of being aggressive. Be aggro. Be more aggro than you really want to be. And that's a learning experience, and see how much aggression you really can put into this game. I think the last thing that makes this team really toxic is this game is also a mental game, which means if you have a bad mentality, you are going to play poor as hell. This team is toxic because it makes you frustrated, and you're trying to get an opening pass or maybe get an opening where you're trying to make a shot, and really not being able to make a shot is going to get you more frustrated, make yourself look for openings that are not there, take shots from half court, force your items to go, overall mess up your whole mentality and game up. Not many people bring out the aspect of mentality in this game, and I know for a fact if I was getting fought by this team, because I have been fought by this team, I will be trying to take shots that aren't there. Ultimately, this team is a bully team. The Dream Team is about to bully every single opponent on online play. And if you want to give it a try, please do. However, if you use this on your friends at home or anything like that, just know I am not responsible of you getting yelled at, breaking up with friendships, because this is Mario Strikers. Last thing is, I think this team may be a perfect team on this current meta, as it could break a lot of teams, especially teams that are shooting heavy or passing heavy, but that doesn't mean it's going to be easy in any way, as I did have a lot of great matches and even close matches and people who tried switching up their teams many times and still didn't have great luck against it. Maybe some other person out there will figure out a better counter to my team. With that being said, I hope you have a great rest of the day, and thank you for watching the video. Please leave a comment, and please share your thoughts with me on how this team works for you and how you think it will potentially work in the future meta.